We're forming up for footers today. We got all our material. We're having 8-inch footers, so we got 2x8s. We got rebar chairs, 2x4s, scabs, Sawyer, rebar ties, rebar. Got some sawhorses, the job dog, the pit in the pit. We put these stakes in on our corners, and we have the string running up. Now that's the outside wall line. We started with the line with the ditch, because if we started over there with no ditch, we could have ended up wrong over here. We don't have the wall line pinned up there because we have to jump up, and we're just focusing on the bottom right now. Both sides, we just don't have them up yet. So we took this wall line here down to here and just went off of that. So we got the outside wall line. So we got from this corner all on the outside here, outside. Like I said, we had to start with these corners here because that's where the ditch was. So we got a point on that corner in the garage, and the crawl space over there, we got a point. And that's how we got our cross measurements all the way from that corner right there with that string to that one. It's about an 8-foot jump from there to there, and it's really hard to find out your measurements. So all you gotta do is tape a 2x4 to a level, and that'll help you do that. So we're putting all the outside boards together. We're using little pieces of 2x4 to put them together. All right, we're good. You ready? Yeah. Yep. All right. Sorry. Oh! Our footers call for 8x18, so 18 inches wide right there, except for that one's 22. So everywhere we put the outside corners up, the outside board, outside forms up. The way we did that was we have 10-inch block and 18 inches of footer, so 18 minus 10 is 8. So we measured 4 inches off of the outside of our wall line, and that's how we got our outside measurement. We did that everywhere around the outside except where it calls for a bigger footing, which is instead of 4 inches, we just had to go 5.5 here. Now we're putting the inside forms together. Job dog's in the shade.
All right, it's really important to stay hydrated.
Step one is to make sure you have 4 inches here, 4 inches here, stake, stake. Next, since we have an 18-inch footer here, we have a 21-inch board, because 1.5 here, 1.5 here is 3 inches, plus 18 is 21. 21-inch board here, here, and then adjust your inside corner to wherever it goes on the 21s. And then I put 2 stakes just to help hold it. We got more 21s every board here just to help keep our distance right. Maintaining 4 inches off your outside wall line, because our block are going to go right here, and then we're going to have 4 inches on this side of your block. Nothing is staked to height yet. We will do that when we're all done building the inside form. Got the wall line set up here now. It has to be a continuous footer, so we have to connect that to here, and we just put our stake here at the edge of our jump off, and we're going to run the board long. Got the outside established. We're getting the inside here. We got a middle wall in this for the crawl space, and then the other outside corner. We got all the corners and bulkheads ready to go on this side. So we put a stake in here, 4 inches off the wall line, put our 21-inch spreader, and we just let the board, the form board, run along so we can tie it together right there easy. Got the wall line for the garage and the porch set up. The forms are put together. It's about done up here. We figured out the heights of our jump ups here, so that's why we have them screwed on. We want our jump up here to work block work, so we got to have it in an 8-inch increment. So we just made sure that it was on 48 there. That way it's an easy jump up. We didn't worry about distance this ways because we can just cut the block. It's easier that way. We're going around and setting the height pins. So we set the corners to height. First we found our highest corner with the beeper and went off of that. Then we did all the scabs and set them to height too. So the corners and the ends of the boards all are set to height and distance away from the line. We took our wall line down, put some rebar chairs in there, roughly 4 foot apart. We only put a couple of these distance 2x4s on there, the 21s, so we can fit our sticks of rebar in there real easy. So we got this tied. You just make sure you're on the edge here. You tie the rebar, make sure you got space in between there and the top. Everywhere the rebar overlaps, you tie the end, both ends. So tie. Then you just overlap them at the corners. Got the work dogs here. So we got all the rebar tied, all ready to go. And after that, we put the spreaders on, and we do it in that order because you can't put the rebar in after you put the spreaders up. Yeah, we know that because we had to stuff it through these 4 foot boards here, and yeah, it's hard. Not easy. Yeah. So 4 foot, and that's just to hold everything together. Well, we are getting soaked right now. We got the basement all about wrapped up, and we were doing the upper deck over there, setting that all to height, but it started pouring on us. We're soaked. Yeah. So see what it looks like. We're back, and our ditch is filled with water. It's great. It was stuck in puddling there, so we had to dig a channel over here, and it's running pretty good. Good times. Put all the rebar in, spreaders. Now we're putting the extra stakes in after we staked it to height. It was a muddy mess. It's pretty terrible. Yeah, it sucks.